Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk about Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskara A again, but I wanted to offer some tips on how to do it better. So since we just went over in my previous video how to actually do it, I would like to show you how to make your Sun Salutation like the poetry of your practice. I think that there's so many beautiful moments in each asana and so many just tiny little adjustments that you can make to own Surya Namaskara and to make it yours. So let's go through it again and let's kind of zoom in on some different ways that you can make it a little better. Okay, so again we start feet together and standing. We inhale and we rise our arms above our head. And we exhale, and you can either pull them down through heart center like I do, or you can you inhale up and dive down this way as well. That can be your choice. I prefer to go through the heart center. So inhale up, exhale fold, and from here you see how my weight distribution is changing. I'm kind of leaning forward because really a nice extension, if you're going to go down all the way, it comes from reaching out. It doesn't come from folding down to the ground like this. There's a big curve in my spine. No, no, no there. So when you inhale up and you weight distribute and you lean forward, or you pull your hands here, and then you put your hands on the ground. And you're going to face your knee, exhale completely here. See how there's no tension in my neck? I'm not keeping my head here, or here, or here. I'm really releasing the neck on the exhale. I inhale, look up, flat spine. This is where things get tricky. A lot of people want to put their hands somewhere else. Try to keep the fingertips on the ground if you can. Even if you need to bend your knees, just a tiny, tiny micro bend, that's okay here. But the point is to get a flat spine and look ahead. You're going to gaze in front of you. Plant the hands, the fingertips are spread super wide here. As wide as they can go, you plant the hands, and then walk back into plank. My feet are together. I push down into chaturanga is how I choose. My elbows are very, very close to my body, and I make a stick, a straight stick out of my body. And now if you come in here to my feet, if you really observe, I'm going to roll over the toes. Roll, push up, and look at how much my shoulders are dropping away from my ears. So I'm not hunching and dropping low. I'm forcefully pushing up. All the energy goes upwards and my head throws back. See that extension in the neck? Really nice here. Then if you pay attention to my toes, this is an awesome way to do it. You roll over the toes to get to downward dog. So a lot of people from upward facing like to go step, step, push back. But it's a lot more fluid from upward dog. You roll the toes, roll over, and then just gently step to downward dog. In downward dog, your feet are going to be hip width apart. Your hands are about shoulder width. Your middle finger, so that center finger, is going to be completely perpendicular to that mat edge. It's really important that you're not turning and changing that direction, or else you're going to put too much stress on your wrists. So nice, firm hands, firm feet, and push back. The true gaze of Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, is the belly button. So you're actually looking between your legs or looking at the belly button. If my heels are not ready to be off the ground, if I'm not flexible enough, that's okay. Still see that I'm trying to send all my energy back. The goal in downward dog, really think about sending your hips backwards. Back, back, back to the back wall. The hips is really going to send that backward momentum. Also, if you're struggling just a little bit, try to bend your knees just the teeniest amount. The teeniest, tiniest bend will really give you a lot more room to kind of send that energy back. It's amazing what that micro bend does. So my legs are totally straight here. Tiny bend. Oh, see how much more I get in my shoulders? I'm able to totally push and rotate down with that micro bend or straighten. From here, after holding the downward dog for 5 breaths, you prepare by coming on your toes, and then you can step forward, or you can jump forward, right? Bend and jump. Inhale, look up, again, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, We rise all the way up to the top, gaze upwards. Exhale, hands to the heart. Complete your exhale, hands are down. Another great tip about when you're going to do chaturanga, when you're becoming that stick, is you look in front of you. It took me years to realize that I actually have to gaze in front, not at the ground when I'm down there. One more tip is that if you're going to go in and down, right, instead of walking back into chaturanga, if your hands are placed, you can jump back. And if you're jumping back, something also I didn't know is you need to jump back with bent elbows. You can jump right into chaturanga and skip plank completely. But if you are going to insist on jumping back into plank, bend your elbows at least some way, okay? Always bend the elbows to keep, when you're jumping back, you bend them so you're not going to hurt your joints. If you jump back with a straight push, that's too much force. So be really careful and gentle with yourself there, and always jump from chaturanga, jump from forward fold, uttanasana, into chaturanga or into just kind of an elevated half lowered plank. I think those are all the tips I have to share about Surya Namaskara A. Remember that you can vary it just slightly and gently to make it your own, and as I said, make it the poetry of your practice. It can take time. I have a lot of students who say, oh, can we do something else? And Surya Namaskara again, because I like to practice it 5 times. 5 times every time I teach a class. I think it's a wonderful way to completely awaken and open the body. You're lubricating all your joints. It's a perfect formula that has been given to us for a backward arching and a forward folding, back and forward. We're not getting any twisting. Nope, that'll come later. But I love how this Surya Namaskara is perfectly balanced for every student and for every person to really open that body for the practice. So make it yours, adjust it, and focus on those teeny tiny details. Look up in chaturanga, keep your elbows close in chaturanga, roll over your toes when you go from upward dog to downward dog. And downward dog, gaze at your belly button. There's so many awesome little tips to make your Surya Namaskara better. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is years of wisdom that I'm putting together. I'm so hoping that you find it useful. Let me know, and I will see you over on my blog, wildyogatribe.com.